Welcome back to Sources Your Vote Equals Your Voice, Knowing Your Rights in Arkansas, our educational informational class. As a reminder, there will be no political lobbying or discussion of politics. This is for informational and educational purposes only. We also ask that you bear with us before any technology or other related issues. This is a new platform that we are learning to use, and we are excited to be able to bring you this information. So please bear with us with any goof ups, errors, or technical glitches. Welcome again. I am Rita Reese-Whiting, my co-host, NeCol Whitehead, and our wonderful American Sign Language interpreter, Claudia. Uh, so without further ado, I turn it over to NeCol for a discussion of the issues on the Arkansas 2020 general election ballot.
Yes, I wanted to let people know that whenever you vote, whether you're doing the absentee ballot or going into the polling site, when you go in and you see the presidential candidates, there's going to be a list of individuals there. And I actually counted 13. And so I want you to be aware of that. And if you happen to be going into the polling site, if you don't see the individual that you're voting for, make sure you go to the next page because there's possibly 2 pages of candidates listed. You're also going to be voting for the Congress. In Arkansas, you have the U.S. House Arkansas. You'll have the U.S. Senate Arkansas. You'll also have the Arkansas State Senate. And you'll have the Arkansas House of Representatives. And for your convenience, there's also going to be a PowerPoint attached somewhere here where you can go in and look up your information. If you go to the ballotpedia.org/sample _ballot _lookup, they're going to ask you for your address, your name, and your birthday, and they'll give you specific information on your ballot, what to expect. So they'll give you an opportunity to click on things and look up more information if you're interested. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about the 3 issues that are on the ballot today. I will point out that although there's a 4th issue on the ballot, that ballot, Rita, would you explain to us what happened with that ballot?
Sure, NeCol. Issues 1, 2, and 3 are the ones you will be voting for or against. But there is also another issue, issue 6, that is still on the ballot. However, the courts decided against having this ballot issue. So even if you vote, whatever you vote for issue 6 will not be counted. But the ballot issue is still on the ballot because the decision was made after the absentee ballots were printed.
Thank you for that information, Rita. So today we're only going to talk about issue 1, 2, and 3. Issue 1 is the Transportation Tax Continuation Amendment. And what I'd like to highlight is what your vote means. So if you vote for this amendment, that means you're in favor of changing the Arkansas Constitution to include the permanent statewide 0.5% sale and use of tax for our state highways and bridges, our county and city streets, our bridges, and other surface transportation. But if you say that you're against this particular issue, that means that you're not in favor of doing any changes to the Constitution to include the statewide 0.5% sales tax for the highways, bridges, and the county and city streets, bridges, or other surface transportation. Now we're going to go to issue number 2. This issue is stated change state legislative term limits amendment. What your vote means. If you vote for this amendment or this issue, you're saying that you're in favor of changing the Arkansas Constitution regarding term limits. That means it will remove any lifetime limits, and after 12-year limit of serving on the legislature as a legislator, you can serve again after you wait for 4 years. Okay, if you are against this, you are not in favor of changing the Arkansas Constitution regarding term limits. That means that we will maintain the existing lifetime limit to 16 years. And the individual will not be eligible to hold office in the future once the 4 years has passed. Okay, the next issue is issue number 3. This is the Initiative Process and Legislative Referral Requirements Amendment. What your vote means. If you are for this issue, it says that you're in favor of voter signatures and petition due dates. It also means that you're in favor of it to increase the number of counties where voter signatures must be collected. Right now, it is 15 counties, and then it'll be increased to 45 counties. It also means that there will be an established deadline for lawsuits that are challenged on ballot issues. If you vote against this issue, that means that you're not in favor of making any of the changes to the Constitution regarding submission, and you do not challenge any of the approval or proposed initiative acts, constitutional amendments, or referendum. Rita, can you think of anything else that I need to add to that section?
No, I think you've covered it quite well, NeCol. Again, as a reminder, if you're unsure of the issues, please do some research before you vote on them. That way, you can make an educated and informed decision and make sure that your voice is actually expressing what you want your state to be like.
Yes. And I'll also say that's the same thing for the candidates that are listed. We have a wealth of candidates that are on the list this term. I encourage you all to whatever search engine you use, type in the individual's name, and we prefer to do a nonpartisan type of search. If you would like to know what that means that we're not supporting any political party. We're just giving you the information, and we want you to make a decision based on what you read or find out about individuals or even about the issues. So again, we thank you for joining Sources for Community Independent Living. Bye. Thank you all for joining us.